Just for Your Kids Monday. As you know, this morning we are joined by Ed McCullers to tell us about an important program for parents out there.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you about the Southwest Florida Masonic Center Child ID program. The Masons from Lee County and Southwest Florida, and basically from the entire state through the Grand Lodge, are put on a child ID program. To 2,000 children a day are reported missing.
Wow.
And as a service for the community, we're providing this at no charge.
Okay.
It's endorsed by the Florida law enforcement, and we provide a CD with photographs, fingerprints, and voice that is given to the parents. And we're also having a blood drive for the Lee Memorial Blood Bank.
Microchip is a comprehensive child identification and protection tool designed to give families a measure of protection. About 50 children, along with their parents, came out to the event. Children were asked to give their fingerprints, take a picture, and even get a sample of their teeth marks. All identifying items are placed in a pack and given to the parent or guardian to take home.
Because in an emergency, when your child goes missing, it's hard to think straight. It's hard to come up with all that information that you need to come up with, all those numbers and names, descriptions, the height, the weight of the child. This puts everything in one spot, so it's easily accessible.
It happens in seconds. Moms and dads, you know that feeling. Your child gets lost in a store, maybe just wanders off for a second or two. Your heart stops, though. Panic sets in, and you think the worst. It's happened to most of us, but what if you had a secret weapon, an extra layer of safety, so to speak? How far would you go to keep your children secure?
Would you be willing to microchip them? Experts tell us the technology already exists. Turns out one Bay Area mother is all for it, and she shared her story with our Melanie Michael.
Hey guys, good evening to you both. You know, chances are if you have a four-legged family member at home, it's already microchipped. And if the technology exists to save Fido in an emergency, what about microchipping your child? Before you say, no way, I would never do that, hear one mom's story.
It's the longest 2 seconds of your life, and it's absolute panic. I want my son back.
We've seen it in movies.
This is my daughter!
Over and over again, children gone missing.
It's terrifying.
For Stephanie Rodriguez-Neely, life is busier than ever, with 4 children, including a newborn. She knows scary situations can happen in an instant, and for her, it has.
If it'll save my kid, there's no step that's too extreme.
Stephanie's teenage daughter is a special needs child, prone to wander off and trust strangers. For that very reason, Stephanie wholeheartedly welcomes microchipping a child.
If a small chip the size of a grain of rice could have prevented a tragedy, I think most parents, you know, hindsight would have said, I wish I would have done it.
But Stephanie is in the minority in her Tampa Bay moms group, where other mothers call this too sci-fi and invasive.
You're putting a battery in your kid, you're putting a chip in your kid, and where does it stop?
Turns out the technology to microchip your kids has existed since the early 90s, but hasn't really caught on.
Is it a little too science fiction for you?
Very much so.
A well-known technology expert out of Boston tells us microchipping poses little to no health risks and would act as a barcode of sorts.
Without question. It could save a life, reunite a family, find a missing Alzheimer's patient.
I always tell people, as long as you're doing what you feel is best for your child, you're not really wrong.
And guys, this is what we're talking about, the microchip. I don't know if you can see it in my hand. It's the size of a grain of rice, very, very small. And the expert that we spoke with actually tells us that barcodes were introduced in the late 1960s. And back then, people thought, this is way too invasive and too weird. And now barcodes are so commonplace that we don't even think about them anymore. The expert tells us this will happen sooner rather than later.
Israel's putting into practice its plan to return to normality, with schools and kindergartens beginning to open their doors. But concerns have been raised after the country's Prime Minister proposed a controversial measure to track children's social distancing by microchipping them.
I spoke with our heads of technology in order to find measures Israel is good at, such as sensors. For instance, every person, every kid, I want it on kids first, would have a sensor that would sound an alarm when you get too close, like the ones on cars.
Well, the Prime Minister's proposal received a barrage of criticism, especially from cybersecurity experts. Many of them questioned the legality of chipping people. The head of cyber studies at Tel Aviv Academic College, Tal Pavel, believes that it will allow criminals, including kidnappers and paedophiles, to track children.
This initiative, it might be kind of roadmap to disaster. It can harm kids from a wide range of aspects. Since the information of the physical presence, the geolocation of the kids will be on the net, it won't be able to hack and to breach those kind of geolocation. It can be cyber criminals or criminal to kidnap those kids. It can be pedophiles. It can be also terrorists. Because if I know a target, I can track his children, I can harm his children. The consequences may be, as far as I see it, very dangerous.
Well, the government countered that criticism, claiming that no information will be kept on databases and the technology is just designed to keep kids at a safe distance from each other.
A safe child is of utmost importance for the bright future of any society. At School Smart, we understand this. That is why our easy-to-implement solution is designed, which provides complete safety to children as its primary purpose. To understand better, let's take a look at a day in Thara's life and how she is at ease with the help of School Smart, and so are Thara's parents. Every day, before leaving to school, Thara's mother makes sure she wears her School Smart badge. Equipped with RFID sensors and monitored real-time by School Smart managers, the School Smart badge tracks every step of Thara, whether she is on the school bus, classroom, or even her school playground. And all the 7 modules built around the School Smart badge only help to enable the safety of Thara in a more robust manner. Comprehensive en route surveillance tells her parents the location of her school bus, and the School Smart manager can even monitor what's happening inside the bus, thanks to the cameras installed in the buses. Thara's mother gets appropriate alerts on her mobile. Now that she has reached school safely, she enters the school campus, where School Smart's Campus Solution Suite ensures absolute safety of Thara. There is no need for the teacher to take a roll call because that task has been assigned to School Smart's automated attendance marking system, and thus eliminating the outdated manual attendance registers. Now that it's lunchtime and Thara is playing with her best friends in the playground, School Smart manager and also teacher can monitor not just hers, but almost all students' movement with in-school zoning tool. Our parent and visitor management system makes sure that only school-approved visitors can enter after going through a quick but thorough check on their purpose of visit. With school time over, Thara is now back on the school bus, en route to her home. Thara's parents know that she will reach home faster because of the route optimization tool that plans the easiest and hassle-free bus route for the bus driver to follow. But since her mother is out on a small job and cannot pick up Thara, she uploads the photo of Thara's uncle in School Smart's Smart Pickup tool that authorizes him to pick her up. Thara reaches home safely, and her mother gets alerts in her mobile that Thara has alighted and picked up by her uncle, giving her the much-needed joy and peace of mind. Not just Thara, but children of schools across India are looking at School Smart as a revolutionary child safety solution. Wear the School Smart badge and join our community for safer children.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. Exactly. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install in-grain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards,
which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
But even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot.
I mean, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5,000 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
But we must not rest. The race is far from over. American companies must lead the world in cellular technology. 5G networks must be secure. They must be strong. They have to be guarded from the enemy. We do have enemies out there, and they will be. They must also cover every community, and they must be deployed as soon as possible.
We're ready.
Hell yeah. Been looking forward to this.
Modulating frequencies now.
It's time. Let's light it up.
Are you ready, Neville? Pre-check.
Check.
Check. Okay, Neville.
In T-minus 3, 2, 1. Ready to launch. Hit the button.
Here we go.
It's working. It's working.
Nationwide 5G is live.
Yeah. And we're just getting started.
Wait until they see what's next.
Hi, this is John in Los Angeles. It's October 22nd, 2017, about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm at a park in Dominguez, California here. That was a little religious ceremony they got going down there. So I'm looking around the park, and I'm looking at this. Look at this. This is a microwave cell tower, guys, right out in the open where anybody can walk up to it. People are being hit by it that are playing in the park and all this stuff. And I'm gonna show you the signs here, wide open. Look at this. You can freeze frame the video if you want to read some of this. I won't stay on it too long, but just take a look at this. Look at this. Yeah, you really want to salute this. They're microwaving the piss out of us all, and they're disguising it as this. This is what they do. They put the flag on things so you trust it. Well, I don't trust it.
The film you are about to see has no characters. If you spare a little of your imagination, it is a film to describe to you the effect of cymatic frequencies on matter. everything owes its existence solely and completely to sound.
But if anyone tells you that they know the details of what 5G is going to become, run the other way.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, and I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, and I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Need to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. And the teacher tell me, what's my lesson? Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kinda funny, and I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, and I